Welcome on into the Auburn Sports Forum, your Auburn Sports channel from a fan's perspective. I am your host, Jeremiah Schumann. I'm going to check these comments real quick, and then we're going to talk about something real quick. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Boom! Down goes Florida. Hope everybody's watching that. I had to do that. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was an exciting game. I thought we were going to give that one up. That was a big win there. We can get into that a little bit more here in a little bit, but man, that was an up and down little battle there. And then we just kind of when we needed to do something, we did, and we just kind of took off, did what we had to do, and that is very rare for us. Wardam Eagle, I'm Professor. How you doing, sir? But tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the incoming transferees, and then we're also going to talk about this running back room and anything else y'all want to talk about. As you know, the man behind the mic is here, and we also are going to invite whoever the heck wants to get up here on panel. That's what we do here on the Auburn Sports Forum. It is a sports forum for Auburn fans. So I'm going to dive right in here. And, well, actually, you know what I'm going to do first? For the people that don't follow me on TikTok, I do a trivia question every single day. And then the 7 people that win the 7 days go into a pot for a drawing for a $25 gift card from Fanatics. And one day we're going to get to where you get 21,000 views on all 7 posts, like a average. I mean, a total number of 21,000 views, and then I'll double the prize. But as of right now, it's just $25 because it didn't get up to what it needed to get up to. So, anywho, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I've already got the names in a randomizer. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Got to share my screen. The randomizer, as y'all see, no, you don't. You don't see it yet. As I said, where are we going? There you go. As you see on the screen, I'll make my logo a little bit. Well, it's not even in the way. Okay. As you see the screen, the names there, we've got Big John 1995, Jeremy Johnson, P. Gill, and I want to talk about P. Gill in a second, but Kip Moore, Evan Mosley, and T1 Love, and Anna. But the P. Gill guy, I want to apologize to everybody, especially him. Everybody knew what the question was, but P. Gill was correct, and I did not say men's when I asked for the first time that the Auburn men's basketball team made it to the Final Four. I just said Auburn basketball team. So he is correct. The way I read the question, he was correct on his answer. So I don't want anybody getting mad at me, but I did mean to say men's, but it didn't come out that way on the video, and it only matters what it says on the daggone video. So I apologize. I'll get that straight, but P. Gill was the winner of that. Go back in. So we're going to do a dice roll to see how many times. Make it a little bigger. There you go. We're going to do a dice roll to see how many times we're going to shuffle the names over here. Sorry. One of these days, I'm going to get all this stuff figured out. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to roll the dice and see what the number comes up to be in. That is a number 9. So we'll go back here. We will go to the random name picker. And we will hit this shuffle button 9 times, and then I'll hit the pick winner button. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pick winner is T1 Love, is the winner of the $25 Fanatics gift card. Pretty exciting there. I'm just doing this out of my own pocket, trying to give back to Auburn fans, and I hope y'all are enjoying the trivia questions. But T1 Love, if you're listening, just look at the my email on the bottom of the screen here. Let me get it back. My little email here. Just email me your name, your address, and your email number. Your email address. Sorry, email address, and that way I can send you over that $25 Fanatics gift card. And I get your email. I get your regular mailing address because I send you a little gift package from us, just as our way of saying thank you. War Eagle says Auburn won 76-67, first win since 1996 in Gainesville. Yeah, 30 years. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, I've been so worried about this weather around here. I've been doing stuff around the house and figuring stuff out. So anyway, I apologize. I didn't get right into that. But yeah, Tahad is is a different breed. Now, I'll tell you, Tahad there for a minute got cold. So I don't know what the heck that was all about. But anyway, so let's see here. So yeah, I'll pull this up. I had it pulled up, and I don't have it pulled up anymore. Look at me go. Let me do that real quick. Nope, that's not going to be it. Here we go. Here's the difference right here. Sorry. Going right to here, share screen. Here's the difference right here. If you look over here in this, we were watching the game last week and keeping up with all this. Free throws are at 90. The 3-point was at 12% last week. And now it's at 33. That's really, a good number is 30 to 35. Elite is 40. So 33 is a great number. Yeah. The turnovers, you didn't win that battle, but the rebounds you didn't win either. But last week, all of this was horrible except for the rebounds. And that's why we won the last game. This game, it's all this. I mean, the field goals are the same. 3 points went up 21%, and the free throws went up a little bit. So it was the 3-pointers that really kind of did them in. So I mean, to be honest with you, it was a fun game. It was awesome to watch. It was a lot better than the last game, the Ole Miss game. Ole Miss game was kind of boring, but just to what was this? Oh yeah, but just to kind of sum it up, I mean, it's funny how one statistic can jump all over the place as far as being the difference maker. Looking at the full box score here, you had Keyshawn Hall. Let's see he had 39 minutes. Holy crap, that's a lot of minutes for him. But he was on fire earlier, so it really doesn't surprise me that he had 39 minutes. I mean, he was really doing great earlier. So was Keyshawn Murphy. Todd Pettiford had 36. See, and that's what I was talking about last week. If we can get some of our top guys to not just have one good game, because like the games we've had, Tahad's been hot, and then he'd get cold, and then Keyshawn would get hot, and then he'd get cold, and then Jovic would get hot and hot. I mean, it would just be one of them. And then here we are with, Keyshawn Hall and Pettiford, doing quite well. And but then Keyshawn Murphy sat here and did fantastic as well. So, I mean, it was just all in all great basketball game, good team win. I was very excited for Stephen Pearl because that man is wiping the sweat off of his brow. He needed that win. He needed it some kind of awful. So anyway, that was a good win for anybody. Anybody have any comments to say about that game? I will read your comments here really quick. See what he said. War Eagle, War Damn Eagle. There's a bunch of games we should have won, like the Georgia game. I do agree with that. And then a bunch of War Eagles. So that's good. A bunch of War Eagles. I also want to tell everybody before we dive into this football stuff, I do play around with AI, and I decided to do music. I've done some music and stuff. But I made a song about something with Auburn, and I kind of hinted at it on my TikTok. I released a little snippet of it, and so at the end of this show, as I leave, instead of being the credits, I'm going to play that song. I'm going to release it on this show. So there's only 12 of you in here, but hopefully that'll grow over the next hour. But I am going to release it at the very end of this show. If you just happen to not are not able to listen to it, or you can't stay that long, or whatever, I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel directly after the show is over with. Just want to let y'all know. Just having a little fun and showing my Auburn fandom. It said Tahad turned the ball over a lot in this game, and I kept saying bench Tahad, and Steven listened, and then bench Tahad. Then guys like Kyle Rush and others were freaking out, like, why isn't Tahad on? Um, yeah, I mean, he did, like, he got cold, and to be honest with you, everybody was begging for him to get, benched. And then he came out there and played decent basketball again, so it was kind of good. Um, I mean, I really don't have anything to say. Everybody did what they're supposed to do. Tahad had a little cold spell, but he came right back out there and did what he had to do. Made some clutch free throws, and I was just happy to see that. Um, War Eagle G27 said, and they begged for Tahad back in, and Tahad tried to tomahawk the ball and turned it over. Like I said, he did have a up and down game. It was a Keyshawn Hall game. It was Murphy game. It was, I mean, and Tahad did okay. I mean, he really did. There was just a stretch there where he was really stinking it up pretty bad. So, I mean, I'll give him a little bit of slack here, but I mean, I'll tell you one thing I did like is at the end when we kind of had the game in the bag, Tahad kind of chest bumped Steven, and Steven finally showed a little emotion. I wish that man would turn that up a notch a little bit. I mean, his dad is Bruce Pearl, for goodness sake. So I enjoyed seeing that. Plus, the players before the season, man, they said they love this guy. They love Steven. And like, Steven just needs to show a little emotion, get out of his comfort zone a little bit, and get out there and start screaming and yelling, And I mean, just, show a little emotion. I don't expect you to be your dad, but I mean, damn, like I'm sitting here jumping up and down in my daggum living room. I couldn't imagine being a coach and all involved in it like that. I'd be freaking out. So anyway, I just was going to say that. I don't know what do y'all think about Steven's reaction? Do y'all think Steven should be a little more lively or a little more? I mean, because he just sits there. Today he did walk around a little bit, so that was nice to see. In the most, the peak moments, he was actually walking around, so that was actually good. Uh, Man behind the mic, did you want to come up here before I started all this other stuff, or did you have anything to say about the basketball game? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna dive in here, and then after I dive in here and talk about some of these transferees, I'm going to, you know, turn it over and let whoever wants to come up here. But start this thing off with what I wanted to talk about tonight is on my TikTok page, and YouTube page on my shorts, I posted a question, and I said, "Is Alex Golish doing the right thing by bringing USF players over here and the way that he's handling the transfer portal?" And I asked that question because there's been a lot of people DMing me saying they don't like what he's doing, and then some people say they love what he's doing. I do get the idea that most people are excited about it. Like, most people like what he's doing. They're willing to trust him. They think that we're turning over a new leaf. So I'm kind of excited to I'm kind of in that camp. I mean, I'm very I'm an optimist anyway. So I do like what he's doing. I like the fact that he's not just going out and trying to get the biggest name for the most money. He's literally trying to plug in names to fit the scheme in which he's trying to play. So let me pull this up here. Here is a list of last week's players that came in the portal, and I wasn't sure if I talked about Deshaun Womack last week. That's why he kind of made the list. But you talk about all these fellas here. Oh, I got to make that a little smaller so y'all can actually see it. Mr. Boardingham here. I mean, He's kind of fantastic, to be honest with you. There was a lot of Auburn players that wanted him to come over. I believe he was at Florida State before Bowling Green. I believe he was. Someone help me out there because I think I'm right about that. I think it's this Florida. Okay, Florida, because there was a lot of Auburn players. I was not on top of it. I'm not going to even sit here and say that I was, but there's a lot of guys that said that they really liked him. But um, I'm going to, while my computer's going nuts. Hang on one second. It decided to. Now these are the same guys. Oops. These are the same guys right here. Uh, Talking about Mr. Arliss Boardingham is from tight end from Bowling Green. He was a physical inline tight end, brings the blocking help, and then pass catching second. Pass catching is definitely second for him. And like I said, I haven't watched a whole lot of tape on him. I did have a chance to just for a second look him up and watch what he did, but I really couldn't get a good read off of it. But the one that's kind of exciting is this Tate Meadows. I don't know why in the world. I mean, Alex Golish is just adding to this transfer portal like a crazy man. I mean, as soon as you think, I mean, last year we thought we had a fantastic running back room, and this year, it's absolutely. I mean, it's better than that one, and we'll get into that in a minute. But Tate Meadows is a big pickup. He is going to get he's going to have a package. I mean, he's gonna play ball. I don't know if he's here just to try to see if he can prove that he can do something, but he really is a good running back. So then we're going to talk about Derek Platts. I mean, a huge offensive lineman from Miami, strong frames. He's still developing, but I mean, anybody that you're getting from the Miami pipeline, you're just going to take it because they have one of the best offensive lines in the country. It's going to be a depth piece, but I mean, I'm still very excited about any offensive lineman. Another position Alex Golish is absolutely tearing up and doing very well with is just as an Auburn fan, I will say it is very nice to see somebody that understands football. I mean, I have begged for an offensive line, and I'm not saying this is the best offensive line. These are definitely guys that are fringe guys that are proving themselves, and they are on the verge of doing something well. Now, the seniors that are here, they have already kind of proven who they are, and I'm just hoping that they gel together. What I'm talking about is this Derek Platts and some of the other ones, Hedrick and all them. If they can come up in this system together without jumping every season, which I know is going to be tough. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to work with Golish as well, to see how he retains these players. But I do want to see an offensive line because everybody knows that when you bring an offensive line up through and they get to gel together through several seasons, there's going to be a season where they're just dominant. And that's what I'm looking for. Same thing with Mr. Kenneth McManus here from Akron, another depth piece. Then you got Kamari Todd. He is the cornerback that played a million downs and plays both sides of the ball and is just he's a very tall cornerback. He's the size of Jamel Dean, if y'all remember Jamel Dean. He's this, same size as him. He's a developmental cornerback with press potential, but he's going to be a depth piece as well. Like I said, as soon as you think that Alex Golish is done with these rooms, he just keeps getting them. And I love depth. And you'll find out here in a minute. The man behind the mic, before we did anything, that's all he said. I mean, that was his favorite word was depth, depth, depth. And that's what you want because you never know if you're going to hit one of these guys or if it's going to be a miss. Jack Luttrell, I will be honest with you, that is a honest to God depth piece. He's not going to be a starter. He's good. He has P4 experience, but he basically, everything I was reading on him, he basically keeps the top. He keeps the top safe, so no one can take the top off the defense. That's his specialty, is sideline to sideline, getting there when he needs to, but just making sure no one takes the top off of it. So I don't know what package he's going to be in, but I would imagine he would be a high safety and just trying to keep someone from taking the top off. I mean, that was what he did at Arizona, and I expect him to do more of the same here. So now, as I was talking about a second ago, I was talking about the running back room. It's a very interesting room. As we all know, Auburn has always been running back U. It's very important. I was very nervous whenever we got rid of a few players, Darrell Robinson being one of them. But when Damari left and you really had like a really naked room. You had Mabson, which, I mean, I like Mabson. A lot of people are higher on Mabson than I am. But, I mean, this is just, I mean, Mabson's not on here. I have another graphic that has him and Alvin Henderson on it because they didn't get any production. So this is just a production chart. This is just to show you the production that we are bringing in as a running back core from last season. Now we know Jeremiah Cobb at 969. We got Bryson Washington. I'm telling y'all right now, guys. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of y'all know because I've heard a lot. I had a lot of people send me messages. This duo right here, this Jeremiah Cobb and Bryson Washington, it has the potential to be top 5, top 10. And if they just knock it out of the park, I mean, just one of the best. I mean, Bryson has proven he's just as good as Cobb, in my opinion, except for Jeremiah Cobb's. To me, he's a little shiftier. He can get through holes a little bit better. But I do look at them very, very equally. And I do also remember, I believe Bryson Washington is also the one that gave us fits when we played Baylor. So Tay Meadows here he is. Here's his production, which is, pretty similar. You have 3 backs right there that are really similar. Tay drops off a little bit at 4.4 yards a carry, but then you got Najee Davenport. I mean, he's over here at 6.2. So, I mean, if you really just want to look at this, I mean, you had 4 running backs that could easily start somewhere. I mean, this is an amazing group right here. And before I get any further, War Eagle Hunter says Hunter Herring, which is who man behind the mic was talking about earlier. He's our version of Taysom Hill. He plays quarterback, but he's gonna play tight end. So yeah, I agree. That's pretty cool. Let me pull up this other graphic real quick. Try to show y'all if I can. That's the portal. If I have it. No, that's the same one I just did. Maybe I don't have it. Yep, here we go. So here is pretty much the room for the most part. Tay's not on here. He didn't make the list. I made this before he came over. But anyway, you have Jeremiah Cobb and you have but then here's Alvin Henderson and Omar Mabson, which Omar Mabson's going to be somewhere between Washington and Meadows here. I mean, he's going to be, Omar's going to get a shot. I don't know how he's going to handle this room. Does anybody have any clue how he's going to handle this room? This is absolutely nuts. I mean, you have these 2 guys, Cobb and Washington, and then you could easily see all the. I mean, you could see everybody doing something. Alvin probably not. He's more of a next year guy, but everybody else could pretty much, do whatever the heck they want. So, I mean, it's just an exciting room. I mean, we're bringing back like 3 times the production in that room. And anyway, I don't have anything else to say but positive things about what Alex Golish is doing with these rooms. And I don't know if he's just stacking them full in case, someone messes up. Professor says, who do you think is going to start? 100% Jeremiah Cobb will get the nod. It's kind of like last season when everybody thought that, I don't know why, but everybody thought Damari was going to be number 1. If y'all remember, he was projected as our number 1 back. And when he went down, Cobb kind of showed up and showed out, and then Damari never got a spot back, and he decided he's going to claim his red shirt. But, pardon me, my nose was burning. Someone's thinking about me. But they but I definitely think it's Cobb. I mean, he's going to get his shot. If he can't do it, then you got Washington there, and I mean, then as you just saw the list, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Now, I do agree with Big Sarge here. Big Sarge did say Golis used 4 running backs last season at USF until Norton got hurt. And I did notice that. I noticed that he uses all these running backs, which kind of excites me, but at the same time it doesn't, because I really feel bad for Jeremiah Cobb. I mean, if we use him correctly with this offensive line we got, I mean, we have a really good shot of getting him over 1,000 yards, which he deserves, because he is over 1,000-yard back. I mean, he is an awesome back. So I want to get him the yards he deserves. But at the same time, I did see, like what Big Sarge is saying. I mean, our coach loves to utilize everybody. I mean, I don't know if he's doing that to mitigate risk or whatever, but I just think it's a wait and see approach. I mean, I'm going to A-Day. I'm hoping to meet some of y'all there, and that'll give us a little showing of something. I do have some people that are from South Florida that I have connections with for USF, and they tell me that he's not going to show anything at A-Day, which, I mean, I don't expect too many coaches to show anything, but at least it's the first time we see these guys in pads and we watch Mr. Byron Brown do his thing in pads. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But to answer your question, I definitely think Cobb's going to be your number one back. Definitely don't think it's going to hurt to have Washington right there, though, just in case. But that's pretty much all I got right now. I'm going to bring up Man Behind the Mic. Whenever he's ready to jump up here, he can. He's up there. There he is. Do you have anything to add to this to give me a break so I can take a sip of water?
Yeah, sounds good. From what I heard from a day ago, he's still not done with that running back room. Looking at the War Eagle effect, Traquan Jones from Old Dominion, another running back. There you go. He visited Auburn a couple days ago. 792 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns, and he was second nationally in the FBS with 7.5 yards per carry. So there's another running back he might add to the running back.
And what was that? What was that guy's name?
Traquan Jones.
Traquan
from
Jones.
Old Dominion. So he's not depth. I'm going to keep saying it.
I know that's your favorite thing to say. Nothing wrong with that, though. Hang on. So, what do you think about this approach of? I mean, he is loading down every single one of these rooms, like loading them down. I've just never seen someone that has enough in the room to go into a season and says, "I'll take 2 more."
No, I'm liking that pickup of ULM Hunter Herring, 6'5". Like I said, plays multiple positions, like a Taysom Hill type player. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Like I said, he's played special teams. He was actually a starting kicker for ULM for 1 game. So, like I said, he can play multiple positions, and that's exciting to see. Wildcat will be great for him.
All right, well, I'm going to share my screen here again, and we're going to go through this list. And if you see something, stop me. We'll just talk about it. We're going to go here and here. This is on 3. This is behind the paywall. This is what we have so far. This is the most updated version of our football team. You can tell it when I'm scrolling, right? It does show me scrolling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. And but the reason I asked that is because I haven't done this long enough to know what it's doing on y'all's side, so I'm learning. Anyway, you got Byron Brown, Lachlan Hewlett, which is I've heard. I mean, people at USF will tell me, man, that is a dude. Like, do not overlook that guy. And then you got Tristan Tia, that is just kind of like there as a backup, in my opinion. Can kind of spin the ball if he needs to. But I know we're all excited about Byron Brown, but Lachlan, I'm after what I was told about him and what the pedigree that he comes from and what his dad does, which is a quarterback coach, has been Lachlan's whole life. I mean, I'm just excited to see it because they say that kid can spin the ball. They said all he needs to be a perfect quarterback is another 2 or 3 inches in height, because I think he is a little short. I think he's like 6'1" or 6'2". But if he was like 6'5", it would be great. But other than that, he is a great quarterback from what I understand. Um, here's your other running back, signed running backs. Um, you got Mr. Davenport, Washington. We just went over all these, so I'm not going to really. And of course, this is the list of the portal tracker because this is not who we have currently on the. This isn't anybody that stayed, is what I'm trying to say. It's not anybody that stayed. This is just people that have come in this season. And you got Keyshawn Singleton, Nuff said, Chaz Nimrod, Nuff said, Mr. Koger, however you want to say his name. I screw it up every time. Nuff said he's my favorite because he has my name and he is the most dominant freshman I've seen in a while. I think he has so much upside, it's ridiculous. Christian Neptune, same thing. And Corey I mean, all these guys, we all know who they are. They all came from USF, and they're all very dynamic player, cream of the crop from that team. So nothing really going there. This room right here, this tight end room, absolutely nasty. All these guys are the size of Rob Gronkowski. I've said that 1,000 times. This is also an official Jake Johnson show because I'm a Buccaneers fan and his dad is Brad Johnson. I'll say that every single time. Very excited about that. But Mr. Jonathan Eccles, I've heard some funny stories about him that I won't get into. Maybe one day y'all can bribe me into it, but I've heard some funny stories about him. Xavier Newsome from Howard. What was I always get the Larrys messed up. Which one is our tight end coach?
Larry Scott.
Yeah, Larry Scott. Then the running back coach is Larry Parker. Those are the two I get screwed up. So Larry, he brought his up and coming tight end with him, and anything Larry Scott says he wants, he gets. And when it comes to tight ends, you don't question him. And I think that's why you're getting these guys because these are all big prospect type, tight ends. Jake's already proven, but Mr. Herring, he's good. What I mean, I don't. Did he play? Did he play tight end at Louisiana Monroe? He's a quarterback there.
He's a quarterback, but he also played multiple positions during his junior year.
Yeah, but here he's going to be just straight up tight end.
No, they possibly might use him in Wildcat, from what I heard.
Really?
Yep.
Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
hang on. Let me see if anybody. Let me see what everybody's saying before I go any further. Let's see.
That's why they mainly brought him in because he's a utility. He can play multiple positions.
Says don't sleep on Pettigrew. Streak was broken. Yep. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing nothing before I continue. Yep. Preserve Regal. Yep. All right. We haven't missed nothing. Cool. Hang on a second. Where are we at? On 3. Then we're going to go down here to the offensive line. Very exciting that we have a all senior starting offensive line, except for I mentioned that Ramil is one that will possibly be swapping out with Strand here. But for the most part, our offensive line is going to be. Well, let me go down here for a second. It's going to be Lair, Skinner, Best, those 3, and then you go back up here, and then you have Simmons, and then the other one's going to be Mr. Strand or Mr. Ramil. And then all the other ones are going to be plug and plays. I mean, you have Mr. Hedrick. He's, developing. Kinsler, he's not developing. He's from Miami, so he's going to definitely make a run at one of these spots. But as of right now, I know the plan is to play all those seniors. Ramil could easily take Strand, and then Kinsler could fight any one of these guys for a position. So I'm not saying all this is set in stone. I'm just saying this is kind of how they're looking at it. From down here, Best, Skinner, and Lair are going to be your starters. McManus and Platts are development, and they will be there only if need be. They'll probably get some snaps. Of course, they're going to get some snaps, but they just won't be starters, and they won't get as many. Hudson Powell is your long snapper. So, anyway, I just had to go through that. That was the updated list on 3 there. You like long snappers, sir?
They're a very important position, especially when you need big field goal kicks. Hopefully, the snap gets down or punt. Yep.
Where we go? Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see here. Kinsler. How do we not get Kinsler? Oh yeah, because it said he hasn't. Yeah, it said trending, so he's not there. Yep, he was supposed to be AU visit, but I was just reading on here, so that's my fault. It does say if you look at the graphic right here, which I know y'all can't see it anymore, but it doesn't say Auburn. It just says he had a visit. So if he went to Ole Miss, then so be it. I apologize. My apologies. I was just reading what On3 had. So anyway, so that'll just make what I said more into effect to where you have the best Skinner and Lair as your starters, Strand, and then Ramil will swap out with Strand, and then Simmons is your other um, offensive tackle. So, I mean, it'll all come to be, but it's going to be all seniors except for Ramil. But Ramil, the reason he's a question mark is I don't think he played last year. He was injured, and if he comes back with the Dickens and decides he's going to do quite well, then I mean he's going to get some playing time. That's for sure. Let me. So anyway, um, where are we at? Yeah, I mean, and that's what Big Sarge says. The key to the offense success is going to be an incoming on the O line. Absolutely, long term success. Anyway, that's why I like the approach that they're making with this. It's all seniors. They all have experience. They know that they need to gel together. So they understand that they're not just trying to be doing stuff all for themselves. The seniors know what's up. They know that they got to get out there and make a bond and get everything, all their languages down and everything that they do to communicate with each other. And then the guys behind can learn that. And that's what Big Sarge here is talking about is just going to be an incumbent O line. It's going to be very important to be dominant. So yeah, it looks good, dude. We got a nice offensive line. Finally. Let's see. And I don't think it was showing. I'm trying to see if there was anything else on here that I needed to show y'all. Oh, I guess we can look through this real quick. I didn't see this was right here. We can look through this real quick. This is incoming. Share my screen again. It just the reason I'm showing y'all this is On3 updated this today. So anyway, here is your defensive line: Sigler, Ferrier, Mathis. Which of course Mathis is a LSU development guy. They did not want to lose him, and I think it's really funny if you look on social media. They were very upset about losing him. And I do like it when we get LSU players that they don't like losing. Hint, hint, Xavier Adkins. So we know how that turned out. So maybe Walter Mathis can be another LSU player that decides he wants to be dominant on that defensive line. But as for now, you got Sigler and Ferrier, and then some of the guys that stayed, and then you have Nate Johnson and Mr. Womack as your edge guys. Linebackers, we really don't even have to talk about this room. I mean, they only brought in one guy, but our whole linebacker room is absolutely amazing. Then your cornerbacks that came over: Jenkins, Andre Jordan Jr., Arnaud, Mr. Scrap Richardson, which it's funny that that's not his government name, but on every they were saying the other day that on his college application and on his like paperwork, he doesn't put Antavius, he puts Scrap. So I think that's kind of cool. Let me go. I don't know why I did that. Then you got Kamari Todd. We talked about him from Chattanooga. Then you got Fred Gaskin and Jack Luttrell, both going to play. But Gaskin's going to be, everybody knows Gaskin. He's going to be playing a lot. Luttrell will be swapped in and out as we go. So anyway, that's the update on the defense. That's the update on the offense. I don't have anything else. Is there anybody that, or do you have anything else, man, behind the mic? Do you have anything you want to say?
So I do have some good news about on the recruiting trail. 5-star quarterback Elijah Haven. He visited with Golish this last week, and he also went for another visit recently. So that's exciting. He said it felt homey feeling, has wanted to return. That's where you go back when he did his first visit. Now he's coming back for his second visit. So and we're battling Georgia and Alabama for his services for next year, 2027. Five-star quarterback
Awesome.
Elijah Haven.
Oh, that's awesome. That's yeah. I saw that. I forgot to report that, so I'm glad you did that. Thank you. That's awesome. Look at the screen though. Here, this should be your best friend. It says Anna says we need another kicker.
Yes, we do. We need another kicker.
You've been screaming about that for like a week or so.
Yep. Well, we might get one in which you call it. I mean, Herring it was a kicker, so I mean, he could be emergency backup. Never know.
He said, "All right, let's see here. We got. I'm going to post this. This is the link to get up on the screen. I would love to hear from y'all. That is why we're here. I'm not here to just update the news. I'm really here to have y'all up on screen and give y'all a chance to say something. So now it's at the top. It's at the top of the chat. You can just click on that and join us, and I'll give you the floor, or we can chit chat. Either one. I don't care whichever way you want to do it. But yeah, so yeah, that game today, I was excited. I am. I'll tell you, today's kind of exciting because there's a lot of my sports that I watch that basically happened today, and then everybody that watches sports needs to know. A lot of people do, but the UFC is debuting on Paramount Plus tonight. As far as they signed that $1 billion contract or whatever. So there's no more UFC pay per views, like none, and they're all on Paramount Plus. And tonight is the first one. And if y'all I know this is Auburn podcast, but I am a big UFC guy. So I'm going to show y'all the main card here because it's on Paramount Plus and it's only $12.99 a month, and people can get on there and watch it, and it's fun. So, yay me! You know what I say? Yay me! Let's see here. All right, going to
It might crash.
say what?
Said it might crash, dude. UFC now.
Oh yeah, it might crash. Let's see here. There you go. Let's see.
Yeah, the main one at the top. That's going to be the fight.
I was trying to find my tab. So yeah. So starting down here, all this was canceled. I'm really mad about that Kayla Harrison fight being canceled. That sucks. And then
I think
Rose's
someone's
fight
just
was
afraid of
canceled.
Amanda Nunes.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so this Rose Namajunas and Natalia Silva, I love Rose, Thug Rose. I love her. I love Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. He is hilarious. I don't know. Waldo's pretty good, I guess, but watch that. But then Sean O'Malley and Song Yadong, and then of course Justin Gaethje and Patty Pimlet. That's a hell of a card, man, for $12.99. That pays for your whole month. I mean, come on now. That's awesome. So I'm definitely going to be watching that tonight. And you're right. I talked about UFC and it went down to like 30 people in here. I did it again. There we go. So anyway, someone can click on that link and come up here and talk or whatever. That'd be fantastic. I'm going to look on 3 and make sure there's nothing else I need to update, because let's see here. Oh yeah, Adkins and Brown were named on 3's top 100. Did you see that?
Yep.
Okay, so
That's not surprising.
and then I'll tell you another guy is this Tavion Branch. I have not talked about Tavion, defensive lineman Tavion Branch. The thing I like about this kid is I was reading this whole article about him, and he said the thing that took the longest for him to make a decision on where he was going to go is he didn't care. Everybody had football, but he wanted to make sure wherever he went, they had a good culinary school. And he said he really likes Auburn's culinary. It was above everybody else's culinary situation, and he said that's really important to him because he's going to own a business and he's going to cook food. So
I like
he
that.
said He's playing football to pay for his college, and he's going to try to make some money playing football, and then he's going to open up a restaurant, is what he says. So it's kind of just a different take. Normally, you hear football players make the money, go to the NFL, get famous, and this man's like, no, I'm going to play football and open up a restaurant and cook. So I thought that was pretty different, to be honest with you. And they say he's very level-headed, a very good kid. So, I'm excited to see what he does. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. And then everything else has been updated. I don't think there's anything else to update, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to make sure that there's no incoming recruiting news. Nope.
Yeah, the only one that we have is Elijah Haven. So he's going to be visiting February 1st.
And he was the number 1 quarterback, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we already saw the number 3. He'd already been here.
He's the number 1 QB. He out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 2 player overall in the 2027 class. He was the National Sophomore Player of the Year. He was named Louisiana Mr. Football. 62 passing touchdowns and 73 total TDs in 2025.
Well, daggone. Well, that sounds awesome. Nothing wrong with that. I was trying to see.
He's also a dual threat with an elite arm. Always use those running and throwing. So.
Well, all right. Let's see. Anybody in the chat, y'all got any questions for us, or got any questions for me, or anything else? This might be a short show today. We had a lot of big news, and I got through it real quick and did the drawing. I've done everything I needed to do. But like I said, I'm glad to stay here and talk Auburn if anybody wants to talk Auburn, to be honest with you. But anyway, while we're in a lull here, a little break, don't forget to follow my YouTube page and my TikTok page. The man behind the mic, please go check him out on TikTok. He does lives all the time on TikTok. He's a big Auburn fan, been an Auburn fan for 25 years, and we just became friends on basically the TikTok platform, and he wanted to be a part of this with me, so I'm allowing him to, because that's what I'm doing this for, is to meet people and to talk Auburn. So that's what this platform is for. So just go to TikTok, give him some love, show him some love, and follow his lives and follow his page, and that'll be awesome if y'all could do that. But I guess if no one has anything to say, I have nothing else. So I guess what I'm going to do here is I told everybody on my TikTok that I do mess around with AI quite a bit, and I've been making music. I'm going to actually have a YouTube page that's basically me just producing songs, AI and I'll be posting those. Has nothing to do with Auburn. It's just a stupid little hobby of mine since I've gotten into AI. And so I made a song the other day about Auburn in this upcoming season, and so I'm going to play it. And if y'all want to stick around and listen to it, you can. If you don't want to, then it'll be on my YouTube page later. Probably after the UFC fight would be my guess. So I guess I appreciate y'all listening. I'm not going to have a slideshow at the end here because it's going to be this song. So y'all just enjoy it. I hope you like it. It's called On the Verge, and I appreciate you coming, and we'll be here next Saturday at 6 p.m. So until next time, War Damn Eagle.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't need noise. You just know time. And work. War Eagle. Look, ain't no panic in the plans. Just patience in the grind. They said rebuild, I heard reload. Different state of mind. Alice goal, this blueprint in his hands. Pressure on his name. Feet bodies, empty pill. Trying to make them feel the pain. No stars on the chest, but these stars in the making. No proving, no scam. They tired of breaking. Sweat in the summertime as loud as a break. And believe, get rooted, that doubt, get cake. I'll get sore, got history in it. Every loss and scar, but we're scared hearing it. From whispers to noise to the nerve, get heat. This ain't no talk, this a work talk, kid. We on the verge, yeah, feel it in pressure turned diamonds, all that praying got birth. From the dark to the lights, yeah, we earned that first. Auburn back in the mix, tell them we don't deserve first. War Eagle, in the sky. War Eagle, War Eagle, in the sky. War Eagle, in the sky. War Eagle, in the sky. Auburn back in the mix, tell them we on. Yeah. Keys in his palm, let the engine breathe. Why run round calm in the chaos? Quarterback ease, eyes down, feel feet creep. Heart don't fold, he don't chase the moment, he becomes the moment. Cold. Contain, get lost when they cut their lane. Every broken blade turn profit, turn blame. This ain't hype, this the man in control. Feature son did from a vibram, take hold. Jeremiah Cobb at the ears of the feel that breeze. Catch on, sick, pretend out, feel your knees get weak. Young boys hungry, grown work ethic, no fear was born fear. Just sweating mentions. Your friend got a tone, it don't mean no flicks. Bitch, thugging down, pressure up, make quarterbacks, them fence. Hands violate, ounce, just a blip pins. Man, they don't change fine lights till you reach skin. Third down prize, stadium 10. It's even feel fuck step before they can't jump Tim. They play fans, they play man, they play together. Auburn defects make grown plans feel like it's feather. Put it on the verge, hands deeper than noise. Every snap got great, every rap got pause. On the count to believe that we trains and cars. Auburn on the rise, solo feel that force. War Eagle cry and go, let it shake the earth. This ain't luck, it's rebirth, we on the verge. See, this ain't about being back, it's about becoming real again. Pressure make diamonds, while we making noise.